Pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, the diaspora and elsewhere. Friends all. When I sit down to make these videos and to speak about the Guyanese way of thinking, and I always got to hit at the two major races. One should ask a question. It says we are 6 nations, 6 people. But then, according to what we are calling in one people, one nation, one destiny, is not true. Especially when one is claiming emancipation and the other one is claiming day of arrival. Friends, sometimes I ask, a little knowledge or wisdom and education means a lot, and depends upon who are listening. If we have a curse out, a party, my video will be full of a lot of people looking into it, and they might even want to get involved. But when I speak out against the black regime who pretend to say they are the savior of Guyana, instead of telling the people they are using them to get rich and don't care a hell about them, friends and family. And when the PPP tell you they are the only solution, I think you all should think it over. It could be an execution, not a revolution. And that will create a terrible situation down the road. Glenn Lal been shouting every day actually concerning Exxon and the country and what's happening. And you all are not paying any mind to what he's saying. He didn't ask none of you Indian or black for a penny. He's telling you the truth because he's tired seeing beggars in the city and in the country. And your politician, Indian and black alike, 65 members of parliament, present and past. If there's any good one, they would walk out of parliament. But ladies and gentlemen, they're opportunists. They only think of themselves and their family and few of their friends and their killers. They don't care about you, the ordinary people. I heard Barrett House, how it's so big, he sell one. I heard how much they say he thief, it's alleged. But when Burnham was the second richest black man in the entire world in the late 70s and 80s, I didn't hear a voice, only the WPA member was speaking, an Indian. Then I hear a lot of you illiterate Indian. That Dr. Jagan is the father of Guyana. Well, my friend, I think the Amerindian have a problem there. Because if Jagan is the father of Guyana, I be honest, I don't see why all of you stupid and so ignorant. And if Burnham is the father and the godfather, then the same thing goes to you, the black race. Let me ask you all a question here, both ways. Y'all don't want to have a nice house? You don't want to grow your children up in modern times? Educate them? Y'all don't want to go forward? Or y'all like this whorehouse and rum shop business? Shantytown house. Now, I have nothing against the lawyer Mr. Nigel Hughes. And it's alleged that he's a lawyer representing Exxon. Yes, a lawyer have a right to represent anybody who hired him. That's his or her profession. But making deals and what they're accusing for, as I'm hearing in Queens, and other support of the PPP, I don't think it is right. Because I rather have Exxon in Guyana, but we're looking for a better deal. But for all the years they are growing up, it's Jagan and Burnham, PNC and PPP. Now PPP still PPPC. What's the Cherry Party? You see, maybe for that. Then PNC went into defarm, reform, and all farm. And yet they can't even produce a chicken or an egg. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a mixed race. I have Indian blood, African blood, and other blood in me. But if you all are decent and honorable and honest as you all are claiming, two wrong don't make a right. You, the black race, every time you open up your mouth, the white man you say, not the European, enslaved your ancestor. He raped your great-great ancestor mothers. Yes, you might be right. modern day what you all have done to the Amerindian. You, the black race, I'm talking to. Those who do it in the police uniform, military and some ministers. And at present, in the PPP, some ministers being accused for having sex with an Amerindian woman. They want to put out something, and I know a lot of things can happen. Money talk and maybe threats used to quiet the voice of the hen while the roosters can crow. But let it be known to everyone, nothing lasts forever. And if you have daughters, it shall fall upon them. And if you have sons, you will wish the day you didn't have children. The curse of the wrong things you all are doing going to destroy you. Many of you are going to eat your filth and run mad for the wrong thing you're doing to people. First, to begin with, Guyana do not have a leader from Guyana. If you're an Indian and you're claiming they have a rival, you are not a Guyanese. If you're a black and you're claiming emancipation, you are not a Guyanese. Why? The Amerindian can't sit down as leader of their country. We had Arthur Chung, relative of mine. We had many names I wouldn't mention. And we had Digar, finance minister. If this man did not collate, where would Guyana be today? Find out by the extorting plan. Then, when you look upon it, really, we have seen a lot. Jeanette Jagan was also the president of Guyana. When she was summoned to go to court, she tore it up and threw it through the door or the window. The woman is right, because she knows more than what you all don't know. Because Guyana don't have a leader belong to Guyana, Africa and India. Friends, you either accept the truth and let it be known to you, the killers. Somebody got your name. Somebody know what you do. Money talks, bullshit walk. And you would not like what is coming down when that time comes. I could not have been Rodney's son. Okay? I could not have been Rodney's son. Either y'all would have killed me already, or else we would have a big problem with the PNC. Burn them. And like I said clear, if you try that with mine, we will do it back too. Two fudu is not over, that's how you talk. And what goes around comes around, and what goes up must come down. Now, when I speak like that, it sounds very threatening to the United States and others. But when Japan conquered Pearl Harbor, what did America do to Fukushima? They give them two nuclear bombs, isn't it? What did they do to Vietnam? Everybody want to represent themselves. What did India do to Pakistan? Hindu do to the Muslim? Caused the division. And what is happening right now in Africa, with neighboring country, blacks killing blacks. Friends, I am asking y'all to draw a line. If y'all are so passionate about the past, let's work for a national front government where an Amerindian man or woman will be the leader. Only they can tell Brazil, Venezuela, or any country that border with Guyana that claiming territory that they belong to those countries, and they could even seize Caracas, Rio de Janeiro, and even Cayenne, and even Suriname, Paramaribo. But you cannot put a Chinese to claim Africa, or India, or an India to claim China, or Africa, or an African to claim China or India. How unfair could you all be? For you, the judges, where you get your degree? There is a thought in the law books. He who receives stolen property is worse than the man that stole it. So I cannot understand who is Guyanese, one Guyana. They are not no one Guyana. And yes, it's a corrupt country. But between the Indian and the blacks, Indian people are corrupt. Y'all love land and money. Y'all love to boast and brag and insult your own. While you, the blacks, on the other hand, I'm talking about the ignorant one, the illiterate one, You're ready to burn, beat, loot, kill, and rape. Take Buxton, Pleasance, Agricola, and some hot spot. During election, what you done? Pull people out of minibus, beat them, rob them. If the Jews was in Guyana 1947, y'all think you could have done that? They would have wiped you off the face of the earth. Look what is happening in Palestine. Those people are suffering because of the mistake of the American government and the British in 1947. If I could turn back the clock, I would have rather the Jews in Guyana. They would have developed the country and you all would become the modern day slaves. Okay? When will you all wake up? The late Walter Rani have lost his life for y'all. He unite the two races together until Judas Iscariot and Barabbas come together and kill him. I call upon Mr. Hamilton Green, before the Lord take you out, speak the truth to the nation. I call upon you, Siquayana, who living somewhere in America, to let the people know, because he was an honorable man, still is, but old age. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth of the matter is, a lot of wrong things happen politically. Indians beat their own Indian who don't like the PPP. Blacks do the same. But the blacks are the force that ready to destroy if the black people leader says so. Did you all see Barnum children in that? Did you see Van West Charles? Did you see Joey in that? Or his sister? Or any one of the jackets? No. It's the fools, the beggars, the drunkards. It's just time for y'all to wake up. Everybody need land and money to build a house, and laws must change. Stop this racial fight against each other. And let's unite and put Guyana forward and open up the door to Africa, India, Venezuela, and the Caribbean, which means Haiti, everybody in it, Cuba in it, because we need a population. If you believe in Allah Ali, this land belongs to him. And if you believe in his teaching of Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him, then be wholeheartedly call for that and let bring people into Guyana, speak to the UN, speak to others, so we could bring people into Guyana to live. Millions of people are searching for a place due to corrupt dictators in Africa, India with corruption, Pakistan with corruption, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. Why China don't have this problem? Why the European country don't have this problem? And we have to stop talking about slavery, because in the beginning of time, there were slaves, the Arabs. What about all those young black girls and boys and others from Philippines and India who are going to Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, to work in Egypt, and they're being raped and killed? They were killing them for the body parts, according to information is alleged. But that place, Saudi Arabia, is the land of Prophet Muhammad. Then I ask, if Muhammad was alive today, that wouldn't happen. He would have declared war on the kings and the princes, isn't it? Friends, wake up the stupid, wake up from the stupidity and look to the future. The past is the past. Let's go forward. 100 years ago, your ancestor, whether they were black or Indian or Chinese, didn't have no clothes particular to wear, bush. They didn't have no nice house like what you have today. They didn't have cars and motorcycles, guitars and saxophone. I keep hammering this into your head. They didn't wear shoes. I don't even think they had a sandals. And they were running with spears and wood in their hand. Today is a modern time. The only difference of us is languages and culture. I have never seen a white man or a black man. If you all find them, bring them, I give you 10,000 cash. I'll sign to it. Because you'll have to bring a red man, a green man, a blue man, a yellow man, a pink man, and an orange too. And a rainbow one. But ladies and gentlemen, the price to pay is very expensive. I heard it's alleged that Mr. Nigel Hughes says it's time, it's alleged, by the way, that's how I get it, that's how I'm selling it, too many latrine, and we must get rid of it. And he's right. But if he did said that, which I am not aware of because people lie on people, right? I give the benefit of the doubt that I don't take an educated man, a leader of a party, AFC, unless after fooling the country or fooling the coolie. All right? But I don't think he will do something like that. But they say he done, it's alleged. Too many latrine, we gotta get rid of it. The young black sisters speak about people living on the dam. That's where the train them used to pass, thanks to Bonham. Why from 1966 to now, less than 740,000 people have got their property, why the others don't have? I am calling for a national front government, a new court system, a new constitution, where no man will be above the law. And every crime that was committed at present and past shall and will be reopened. And we must put our educated people as ambassadors into some country in case they run away, because we need to bring them to try them fairly. Okay? What the nation decide after then is up to you. But men like Ramjata, Nagamutu got a lot of questions to answer. Right? I don't care who resign or who get old or you're senile. You're not in Egypt, that you're inside of the river. All right? I'm telling you straight. And I know the wrongful imprisonment of my son, and I want Ramjatan to hear, and Nagamutu, I got your letter. You second in command. You will have to explain that to the nation, what you mean. You have children, you have a daughter in Ohio. And you have other relatives which we won't name. You only know me and may know my son. You can perform death by accident, poisoning, drive-by shooting, and guess what? America is the master of crime. Get that clear. And America gets what America wants. And we are servant of the American government and the country. We have assholes all over the world, in Guyana, America, all about. People who don't understand certain things. So come on, Ali. If you are doing good, it's a duty for we to support you. But open up the bloody country to the Venezuelan, the Brazilian, and the Caribbean who help your people during Burnham time. And all Guyanese who are living in the Caribbean should get back into Guyana and giving land to build house and money to build it. And every family should get a check every month from the oil. But two things. If you talk race, you and your family shall and will be given a free flight to any part of Africa. And no return. And if you don't stop the emancipation, I think you will get constipation because you will have to leave. And if you keep on with this arrival being an Indian, India, you will go back. And every one of you arrive to Africa and India, 10 must take your place. Because modern Africa did not hurt you. It's the ancestors in the past sold the ancestors to the European instead of killing them. And India rent out the Indian for half a bit to a bit, shilling and farthing. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I could give you a lot more. Where is Vincent Tika? Who killed him? And ask why. Cuba. Dr. Jagan. When Fidel embraced that man. There's good and bad amongst both of you. So I'm calling on the decent, honorable Guyanese to unite. We need a national front government. Coming close to election, all promises can make. You can get land. The land don't belong to Ali Barajak Dio, the Attorney General, or the Prime Minister. It belongs to the Amerindian, and it belongs to Guyanese. Okay? So they don't give you nothing. Alright? I cannot give you what is not mine. If I go to heaven, can I pull my mother who's a fucking sinner? Or my father or my children? No. Every man must be judged according to his sin. So they can't give what is not their own. Let them open up the house and take some beggars inside and feed them and sit on the table and break bread with them like me. I give up my bed, my house to people. I give some cars to drive to mind the family. Help some of them build houses. I don't boast and brag. But I have a message for all of you, all who scratch us. You Indian bastards. We have your name. What become of the security guard at 24/7, that shopping plaza in Bagastown? What become of him? when he tried to get involved in Anthony Snow problem, when Snow tried to part the fight, so you, Shamim Mohammed, you better drink poison, girl. We don't forget. But we give you a fair chance to speak. My son even got the bail paper to show at the time. So for you, the judge or magistrate who lock him up, y'all better know what you're doing. You know what y'all are doing. We are not going to take it. So help me God, we are not taking that. All right, my name is George Correa. I could join Venezuela. I could join Brazil. But I'm with the Americans. Because I believe in democracy and freedom. Of course, they make a few mistakes. Nobody is in God say he make a mistake by drowning the world. And only save it and a pair of everything. What them other thing done to him? And then again, when you talk about slavery, I think the white man was still like, you call them white, I call them white, better than God. Because he said, from thy sweat you shall eat bread. He didn't give you a cup of coffee or tea, little ginger beer, or a glass of milk or water. Beer bread? But I understand that's not what he meant. So friends, I urge you all to unite. Let's form a national front government and join my organization, PFFB, People's Fight for Betterment, where no man should be above the law and no man or woman should be better than another, whether president, prime minister, or king. If not, we will have nothing. Have a good day, and may God be with all of you. Let's unite. Thank you.